All right, we are on our Contact Me page. Let's knock this out. First of all, I highly suggest to put a nice professional image of your career field that maybe you are looking to going into. So change that image. I know that's a beautiful image, but let's go ahead and change that, if you will. Second of all, let's not include any personal information. Now, if this is a business address, that's one thing. This is good information to have. But this is if you're a personal page, I highly recommend take that personal information out of there, probably even take out company name, and probably even change this. Now, what you're going to probably say, the information you're going to have in here is explaining to them, hey, please fill out the contact form below if you have any questions in regards to anything on my website, my bio, my experience, my resume, my Prezi, stuff like that. So ask them to ask you questions. So go ahead and get that text in there, and I would probably recommend, once again, going back to this page here, borrowing this type of text, whatever text that you've chosen throughout your site, so that it can be universal. So I'm going to delete that, Control Victor, move this over to this location, maybe do a little bit of editing. Well, maybe. Let's see if I can do that again. So that way I can get what I need, but so at least it's the same style of text there. So go ahead and explain to them what they're going to be doing here, and you may have to move some things around a little bit. Now this obviously is some social networking sites, so I go ahead and double click on that, and you can change any site. You can actually add other, if you will. So let's say you have an Instagram, you want to add that icon to it. You can move those around. Actually, if I double click that again, maybe I want that first. All right, so I'm going to move that up. All right, whatever you want to do. You can also go to settings, and you can increase the size of those images, the spacing between it, whatever you want. You can, if I go back to organize image, this is where you would put in your Instagram link. You would put in your Facebook link. This would put your Twitter link in there. So once again, make sure if you do put those links in there that people will see professional type things on your Facebook and Twitters and all those good things. The form, though, here we are down to the form. Let me click on that and go to settings. All right, first of all, make sure that it goes to your email address. All right, so whatever email address that you're going to be using, eventually maybe your Western Michigan address may not work anymore. They won't be able to see whatever email address. So if you want to put this to your Google account or your email, your Hotmail, or your Yahoo, whatever email system that you are using, you can change that. All right. Down below, though, this is the information that they will see there. I highly suggest to kind of keep that here. This is where they'll enter their name and email and their subject and message. Their send button we have right there. Success message. You can change this. Thank you very much for sending me a message. I will get back with you as soon as possible. You know, you can change this. So if they successfully sent you an email, beautiful. If the email was invalid, maybe they put an invalid email in there, you can explain to them, hey, please provide a valid email. Now, this is by default. This will tell them that. An error message for mandatory fields. Hey, please fill out all fields. If they happen to miss the subject, or maybe they didn't even put a message in there. All right, and you can play around with animations and stuff like that, and colors. You can even change styles. They have style 1, style 2. You can even edit the style from there and maybe put this style in. If you put different styles in, I'm not sure, it's kind of lagging behind. You're probably going to want to change the colors because the text for mine blends in with my background. So you're probably going to want to change the style or the colors and stuff, and those are all located right there. All right, you have all of that information right there. So you can play around with your form. I'm going to go back to my traditional form and choose OK. So once again, this form is going to be used when they're actually previewing this and they say, oh, I can leave him a message or her a message right here. This is where they'll be putting their name. This is where they'll be putting their email and subject, and then they'll hit send when they're all done. Please provide a valid email. You can see where, hey, this needs an email. So you can obviously change that color through the editor as well. So this is a very nice page to have for your viewers to send you information that you may need or in regards to any of your pages that you have. So a nice professional image, what they're looking at. You don't need these. If you don't want those in it, you can simply click on that in your editor, press your delete key on your keyboard, move this up, and you're rocking and rolling. So anyways, this is your contact form. Stay tuned for our last tutorial on what I'm going to be looking for in your footer, and we'll be submitting these.